Hello everyone, Raphael Levy for TCGplayer.com. Today we're going to explore a deck played by Caleb Scherer and who finished 6th at the last Star City Games Open. So he's not playing Mardu, he's not playing green-black, he's playing mono-black. So what we see in this deck is a very, I wouldn't say straightforward, but very original build with cards that you haven't seen before, at least not in a constructed deck. Maybe, probably not either in a limited game, but together they can work well. So we have at 1 mana uh, the new the new zombie. It's coming back. Dread Wanderer. It's a 2/1 for 1 that plays well with all the aggressive strategies that aim at discarding their hands quickly. And along with that, you have Night Market Lookout. So when you're playing aggressive decks, you want to have at least 8 1-drops. And in black, there are just not a lot of good 1-drops. So Night Market Lookout usually works well. Usually worked okay with Vehicles Unlimited. And Constructed is just if you're able to kill all the creatures, it's just a 2/1 for 1, which is not great, but it's okay. There's nothing else like this, at least not in black. Well, not there are other 2/1s, but not that drains for 1. So it's probably better than the 2/1 Eldrazi, the Devoid Eldrazi that makes you lose 1. This one's not great. So this is probably the better 1-drop to play in an aggressive deck. So talking about removal, you have Fatal Push and Grasp of Darkness. So just these 4 cards can just make up for a very good aggressive draws. And you also have Collective Brutality to take out an early blocker. So this is for the beginning of, for the early game. You also have a 2 mana the All-Star artifact Scrap Heap Scrounger. That goes well with black creatures, pretty much creatures. And when you're playing swamps, you can bring it back together with Dread Wanderer. It helps fighting. It helps in the long game. You have Clean Sleeve Siphoner or Siphoner. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. Sorry about that. Evasion ability, can draw cards paired with 2 Ether Hub that are only there for the energy. You don't have any card that requires a mana that's not black. So you have 18 swamps and 2 Ether hubs. So just to draw a card of the 2/1. Then that goes well with all the removal and the early drops is Bone Picker. So how it works is that you have Night Market Lookouts and Dread Wanderer, and if they play something to block them, you kill them and you have another 1-drop. It's not exactly 1-drop, it's a 1 mana card. If they don't play creatures, it's another story because it's just a 3/2 for 4. That's, well, not very good. However, you have another possibility to play it for 1, which is Walking Ballista. You can sacrifice Walking Ballista to deal 1 damage or 2 damage if he has 2 tokens, 2 counters, and play Bone Picker for 1. It is not something I advise you to do, but might be useful to know. Otherwise, Bone Picker, very good card if you can play it for 1 black mana, obviously. You have Liliana as a sort of, this is probably your late game. It helps you deal with the board, but you don't always have Fatal Push or Grasp of Darkness. So if you want to stall the board a little bit, you have Liliana. You can bring back Walking Ballista. And then you have another removal, Never Return. Destroys creatures, all planeswalkers, and the return helps you deal with Delirium and gets another zombie. Sideboard, you have Gifted Etherborn, a very powerful card against aggressive decks. Trades for pretty much everything. Gains your life, good against Mardu. You have Transgress the Mind uh, against combo decks, against slow decks. You have Scarab Feasts against other black decks, other zombie decks. You have Harsh Scrutiny against, I'm not exactly sure, but I'll try to figure it out. And the fourth, Liliana, the Last Hope. So I'm not exactly sure how this deck goes, how if it's very good or not. It ended up in the top 8 of a big tournament, so uh, it's probably worth something. I'm just not sure exactly how much it's worth, how good it is. So we're gonna enter a league and find out.